Come on up, Cody Bird. Team Skeeter Yamaha, Cody Bird. Go on over here and get this mic from Mr. Myra Wood. All right, we got some work to do. We got poor Matt sitting there. He's freezing. He looks like a drowned rat. No offense, Matt. No offense. You know that. Okay, you left the dock. Boat number 1. That's always good. Always good on championship Saturday to be there. Boat number 1. Taking that fine Skeeter Yamaha out onto Neely Henry Lake. Did the day meet your expectations, Cody?
You know, it's been a grind for me all week, catching anywhere from 6 to 8 or 9 keepers a day and covering 100 miles at least in about a 15-mile stretch of the river. And I was cranking mainly all week, and I had to burn it. The only way they'd bite it is just burn it. The water's a little bit too clear to crank. And I don't know, it's going to be close. I went out, and I was thinking I needed about 12 pounds to win the tournament, and apparently they didn't catch them as good today, but you never know, you know, when you're out there what they're catching. I figured Jason catching 5-pounders on buzz bait. But I left it all out there, I guarantee you. My old arm is sore from cranking all the way. For a 58-year-old, I've put it all out this week.
Yeah, well, you're holding up all right, I think, young man. All right, I'm going to ask you to hand that mic back to Myron there. Walk off stage. Matt, you want to come around here and come on up on the stage? No? Get her going. He says you're too nervous. All right. We better get a couple cameras out here and get these two guys. Come on up, Cody Bird. Here's what he needs. He needs 8 pounds, 8 ounces. He has a limit of fish. Trying to punch his ticket to the 2021 Bassmaster Classic, Fort Worth, Texas. Cody Bird has done it. 9 pounds and 7 ounces. 9-7. He is your champion. He went out and did just enough and a little more to get it done. Whew. Matt Robertson, awesome job, my friend. Made a big run up that leaderboard. What position you start in? Eighth or something like that? Yeah, 10th to 2nd. Awesome job. Well done. Give Matt a big round of applause as well. There he is. Cody Bird, your champion in Gadsden, Alabama. My thanks to the greater Gadsden area tourism, city of Gadsden, all the great folks helping out, all the fans. Oh, man. What's this mean to you? A Bassmaster Classic berth. Assuming you can fish at Louisville, you're going to find a way up there in Louisville, Texas in about a month, aren't you?
I live about an hour from it. So I'll make it over if I have to walk.
Awesome job. I mean, you really persevered right through. I know today, early on, you just kept grinding away. Like you said, you just kept working, moving through a lot of water, trying to find those fish. Obviously, you did. Your co-angler doing so well, and you found them enough to. That boat is basically the winning boat right there. Your Skeeter.
Right. That was the funny thing. He caught that fish. I missed that fish yesterday with like 5 minutes to go. It tried to grab my crankbait when I was pulling it out of the water, and I thought, man, I bet that cost me the tournament. I went there first thing this morning and fished for that. I guarantee the same fish, a little old bitty stretch with some laydown, and I probably hit it 6 or 7 times during the day. And the last time, and he didn't do nothing wrong. He was just flipping into stuff. I was cranking 100 mile an hour, and I passed it up, and he flipped in there and caught it.
Oh, you guys seem like you had great chemistry on the boat, actually. We watched it all go down on Nationwide Bass Live. I mean, you guys did a great job. I mean, that's partially what it's about, man. Going out there, I'm sure he was your biggest fan, 100%, and I'm guessing it was the other way around.
He was super respectful. I mean, he was wanting me to win, and he stayed out of the way, did just what he did, and he won the tournament, and I did too. It don't get any better than that, but I got a lot of people to thank. It's been a while since I won one. I've got 2 seconds, a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and 3 sevenths in bass.
Well, you got a big trophy. You got a spot on the mantle for that thing?
And we got a place for it. But I got a lot of people to thank, man. First off, I'll talk about the fishing. I had a terrible practice, and the next to the last day of practice, I decided to run up the river and just check it out. And I run up there, and they were running water wide open, and they were really biting. So I figured that I was going to stay in that area, and I knew they wouldn't bite as good, you know, when they didn't run current. So I just stayed with it, and I run tons of drains. You know, where you got a little drain and some water.
Yeah.
I caught quite.
And they were draining today, weren't they?
They were draining today. I was too, all day long. But they caught a lot in the drains, and then I had a couple of little stretches, you know, I could get behind. I could line up. I could tell the current come down, and like the end of a dock's always good. The end of the docks, you can get in behind them. There'll be a few fish behind them, and I caught several good ones off stumps. You didn't ever catch many off laydowns, but they was on stumps, and the whole key to it was burning that bait. I mean, the water, like I said, was a little bit clear for a square bill, so you had to trick them, and it was hard to do. I mean, I don't know how many spots hit my bait at the boat and not take it. They'd chase it, and but it was a real good deal. I got a lot of people to thank. Fun Sun Boats, they've been with me all along. They keep me going. I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with me all these years.
It's not easy being a bass wife, is it?
Dude, any guy that goes out and tries to make a living and feed his kids throwing around a rubber worm probably isn't all there anyway. But it's been a good ride, and I work for this sucker here, I guarantee.
You work hard, man, and not a nicer guy in the business, let me tell you firsthand.
Yeah. I'd like to thank everybody out at Fun and Sun Gilbert. I appreciate you putting up with me all these years. We finally got it done again. It took a while, but it's always worth it. And most of all, I'd like to thank the good Lord.
Great job. Let's get this thing done. Make this thing official. Go ahead and give Myron that, or you can leave it there. What do you think? Can you handle this thing? They're not light, I'm telling you. Good job. Give it up for your champion, Cody Bird. I want to thank everyone for coming out. I, of course, want to thank all of our sponsors. We're going to go ahead and have Cody. I know the media is anxious. Want to thank the fans for coming out.